if you're not in digital transformation, thinking about digital transformation, start now. There is definitely a lot of companies who are already pushing their limits to increase their revenue and sustainable growth just by implementing or changing their ways of doing things and implementing technologies. And if you're not there, you're already late. So start now.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Engatica interview series. I'm your host Anshdeep Kaur, and today we have Milos Stankovic, international consultant at EBRD on the show. Welcome, Milos.
Thank you very much for having me, and thank you for the audience for seeing this. Thank you.
So before we move ahead, let me brief you a bit about Engatica interview series. This series is a powerhouse of insights from industry experts and influencers from around the world. A platform that provides latest news on AI, automation, and technologies that will help you grow your business. Come be a part of our community, learn, share, and grow with us. Milos, I have some questions for you. Can you discuss some of the manufacturers' biggest challenges when implementing Industry 4.0 technologies? And how do you help companies overcome these challenges?
Manufacturers of all types and sizes nowadays are actually facing similar challenges, but depending on their vision and strategies, internal skill set and leadership, they're dealing with these implementations differently. So I feel there are several challenges that are currently mostly trending, let's say, among manufacturers. And let's start with the most critical or the most biggest one is the changing the business models or introducing the new business models. Basically, they need to define the new strategies so they can take advantage of the new technologies and new learnings for themselves. They have to rethink their organization and their own processes. They have to reshuffle their own knowledge to maximize the outcome of using, for example, Industry 4 technologies. They have to definitely do the upskilling and reskilling of their employees to do the proper marketing of their services and products to the partners and customers. So everyone will or are understanding what are the new products, what are the new ways of doing business. One of the last challenges I've seen so far is actually conducting the successful pilots of implementing Industry 4 technologies. It's quite hard to persuade C-level executives to move into this direction. They often want to see ROI. They often want to see how quickly they will get the value from these technologies, and conducting these pilots and scaling them later is something that is crucial for actually getting the grasp of Industry 4 and pushing them towards more projects and more implementations. And how you ask how we can help companies? Well, we always start with analyzing the current state of the company. It's basically assessing their digital maturity. From there, we define the vision and the way they want to move forward, meaning a roadmap. We develop the strategy and the proper plan how this should be done, and of course, what are the resources and the budget for this?
Right. So in your experience, what are some of the most promising Industry 4.0 technologies that manufacturers should consider? And how do you determine which technologies are the best fit for a particular business?
Well, there are a lot of technologies nowadays, but I would like to just point few only that are, I believe, crucial for manufacturers. First one is digital twin. So bringing technology or bringing the real world information to digital world and connecting them through exchanging the data and having that back loop to understand your products, how they perform in the uh, in the field, let's say, is crucial for manufacturers to improve themselves, to understand their way of working and improve that way of doing things. The other technology would be additive manufacturing. It now is the time actually when industrial 3D printers are entering manufacturers and being placed on the shop floor. You have factories that are actually only 3D printers that are producing parts and other tools, for example, jigs and fixtures for other users, using it as a service, for example, or maybe having this in-house. Manufacturers can have a lot of speed up of their processes and operations on the ground. The other technology maybe would be augmentative reality. It's a quite new technology, yet it's very useful when you have to interconnect the real world and the digital world and sharing data between for example, for employees, for workers on the shop floor to understand exactly to have the information on the right time in the right place. And the last one, which is nowadays there is a huge hype about it's AI. Having AI as a support in operations and in planning, definitely, like for example, for defining the predictive maintenance strategies, etc. It's becoming a crucial part of technologies that has to be implemented on manufacturers business. And
Right.
yeah,
Mhm. That's interesting.
yeah,
That's interesting.
and for example, and how to determine these technologies or which one is useful. Well,
Mhm.
I come to the what I said previously. First, you have to understand what is the current digital maturity. What are the technologies there? In which direction the company has to go or wants to go, better say. So in that terms, the definition or finding or mapping actually which technologies are needed on this road is something that we do during discussions and during exploratory workshops.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, how do you approach change management when implementing digital transformation initiatives in manufacturing organizations? And can you also share some of the best practices or strategies that you found effective?
Yeah, well, a funny thing is that the similar questions are constantly asked all over LinkedIn, for example, or when
Right.
I'm discussing with digital transformation with C-level executives.
Mhm.
Well, for for digital transformation, people are the key component. Everything starts and ends with people. So everyone who are affected with digital transformation are actually stakeholders, and by that I mean everyone in the company are stakeholders. If we consider digital transformation as a complete rework of how company does its business, people are the key to have on your side. uh, Definitely when it comes to technology is the last one that we have to consider and implement. So when we talk about change management, it's actually changing people's minds and their way of working. So to do that, you have to really have their buy-in. It's important to be transparent and include as many stakeholders as possible in the process, not just the managers and the executives. They are supporters, but definitely the employees who are uh, on the ground, who are actually going to use that technology, new technology, is the most most are being most exposed to this technology, and they have to be you have to have their buy-in, you have to have their approval, and in order to have a good response and a positive outcome of the digital transformation, we need to provide everyone with enough information, definitely with what's in it for me, and clear plan, roles, and responsibilities for each employee. And every change of the company becomes much easier if you have people on your side, working together and so they can see benefits for themselves.
Right. So people are the key components, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So, as the founder of Pyron Technology, how do you see the consultancy industry evolving in the context of Industry 4.0? And also, what are the new challenges and opportunities that you see emerging for consulting firms in this space?
Yeah. Well, these are really interesting times. With the power of Industry 4 technologies, the manufacturing industry is rapidly expanding its capabilities. Manufacturers learn that the right technology, implementing in the right manner and used with the right processes, can maximize their operational efficiency and overall create great year-over-year results. Well, the consultancy industry needs to evolve with the manufacturers and to follow this trend in understanding the new realities and definitely drive them. To be able to provide knowledge for the clients, there are definitely several challenges that I see so far. For example, coping with this speed of new technologies that are coming every day, every month, and to actually develop use cases for these technologies in industry. Definitely, it's recruiting and developing new talents with right skills and competence that is needed for Industry 4. It's not just recruiting, it's also upskilling and reskilling the existing workforce in the company. And decision-making speed of the managers to move towards Industry 4 has to be increased. So still, I see a lot of companies that are thinking about it, how to implement. They have to really be quicker on decisions, and definitely data and making big data or making decisions based on big data and information out of it is something that might help them a lot. And I mentioned before, yeah, conducting successful pilots to test and validate the Industry 4 solutions is also one of the challenges, and I mentioned it before. So definitely these challenges also are opportunities to develop new expertise in Industry 4 and the overall digital transformation service, to develop new digital transformation services and project management. Pyron Technology profiled itself to provide such services, and its clients on their projects are global, and we provide these services to different kinds of industries and different kinds of regions.
Right. So, can you speak about the role of collaboration and partnership in driving digital transformation in manufacturing? And how do you identify and engage with the right partners to achieve your clients' goals?
Well, our approach is quite simple. We're building a partner ecosystem. So we're constantly developing a pool of consultants and partnering companies with whom we can work on projects and who are proficient in certain domains. Technology is constantly evolving, and we need to learn constantly, as I just mentioned. Well, the number of use cases is exponentially rising, and to cope with it, Partnering is the best model for successful digital transformation. Driving it or driving digital transformation initiatives is less challenging when you have the support and the knowledge and the expertise of these experts, and sharing it with clients. It's important for the clients to see the value of digital transformation immediately, and therefore these subject matter experts and partnering companies are actually a knowledge lighthouses, I would like to call them, and they're key component in this. Using the power of these partners in our ecosystem, we're building a solid foundation and capabilities of the clients, and identifying the right partners definitely takes time. We need to work with them on certain projects and to gain experience working with them, and definitely trust. And I would just say that a collaboration among all digital transformation stakeholders is crucial, and building the partner ecosystem brings the value and sustainable growth to the client in the best possible way.
No, that's insightful.
Yeah.
That's nice. So are there any other soundbites you'd like to share with our audience?
Well, maybe I would just say, if you're not in digital transformation, thinking about digital transformation, start now. There is definitely a lot of companies who are already pushing their limits to increase their revenue and sustainable growth just by implementing or changing their ways of doing things and implementing technologies. And if you're not there, you're already late. So start now.
That's right. So, well, thank you, Milos, for sharing your valuable insights with us. For more
Thank you.
content, subscribe to Engati and tap the bell icon to access to exclusive content from thought leaders from around the globe. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you with the new experts soon.